Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Pauline Verzosa. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, or AFP, condemned the recent quote-unquote deceptive and misleading claims of the China Coast Guard. China reported that a replenishment ship from the Philippines collided with their vessel yesterday morning in Ayungin Shoal. China also said the Philippine ship ignored our warnings and deliberately approached their ship, resulting in collision. In response, AFP refused to discuss the operational details of the legal humanitarian rotation and resupply mission at the Ayungin Shoal. They said the main issue here is China's illegal presence in our exclusive economic zone. Maritime security expert Ray Powell noted a difference in our country's resupply mission yesterday.
The pattern that we've seen from the Philippine side, the only ship that is visible broadcasting AIS, which is what I can track, is the BRP Bagakai. This one looks a little different. Again, we didn't see as in past cases, we didn't see the Philippine Coast Guard escorting, or at least clearly escorting in from directly from the east.
Powell also believes China is not attempting to invade our territory. Instead, they are asserting their control over the Sabina Shoal.
China has shown that it is concerned about the fact that the BRP Teresa Magbanwa has been stationed there really since the middle of April, and appears to be just sending a message that it intends to strongly contest the Philippines for control of the shoal.
Political analyst Richard Heydarian discusses the recent joint drills between the U.S. and the Philippines. Here's an excerpt from his interview on Storycon.
Anong ibig sabihin nun, Richard? Yung nagsalita kanina na itong live exercises na ito ay mas in preparation for Taiwan. Hindi niya in-specify anong ibig sabihin nun.
Well, I think since last year pa lang nakikita natin na different officials sa AFP, including some of them that we interviewed on our show dyan sa One News View from Manila, admitted na the Taiwan question is increasingly relevant sa Pilipinas. And of course, dun sa balikan ng exercises, nakita natin na may mga there were drills. Now, obviously, what they had in mind is potentially China occupying some of our Batanes Islands in an event of war over Taiwan. So I think ang nangyari lang dito is mas nahihirapan ang ating sandatang lakas para ma-deny na ang Pilipinas ngayon ay increasingly involved na dito sa tinatawag na integrated deterrent strategy kung saan ang Amerika at saka kanyang mga aliado kasama dyan ang mga Hapon, mga Pilipino, potentially also Australians and South Koreans down the road if ever talaga itong China ay susugod dyan sa Taiwan.
Baka nadulas. Kasi sabi ng di ba, China is not in our mind. We're not thinking of China.
Yeah.
But nadulas dun sa part ng Taiwan.
kaya nagulat ako eh.
Well, actually, last year, bago pumunta si Pangulong Bongbong Marcos dyan sa Amerika, dun sa official visit niya, dun sa May last year, may mga spokesman ng ating sandatang lakas na nagsabi na the EDCA bases sa north of the Philippines could be used for contingency purposes. At obviously, ang reference point nun is potential contingencies sa Taiwan dahil malapit sila sa Taiwan. At least yun yung orientation nila kumpara sa ibang EDCA bases at mga pasilidad kung saan may access ang mga Amerikano. So, what we're seeing here is, parang creeping admission, if I can put it that way, or creeping honesty on the orientation of the Philippine foreign policy. On the part of the Chinese also, hindi na nila sineseparate yung Taiwan issue from the South China Sea issue. Isang integrated theater na rin tingin nila sa issue na yan. At kaya kung titignan mo yung ibang mga barko ng China, including mga Coast Guard vessels nila, yung mga iba na active lang dyan sa Taiwan Straits, ngayon ay pumupunta na rin sa West Philippine Sea. So now we have a situation of complete entwinement of the South China Sea disputes, and Taiwan at Pilipinas ay nasa gitna ng ganitong usapin.
A China-based research fellow warned the Philippines about relying on the U.S. regarding the tension in the West Philippine Sea. In an interview with The Big Story, Andy Mock of the think tank Center for China and Globalization said the Philippines relying on the U.S. is like leaning on a crumbling wall. He questioned the U.S. as a legitimate Pacific power and expressed doubts about the efficacy of their Navy. Mock said it would be better for the Philippines to discuss their disputes with China in a bilateral way.
And I think the biggest danger here is not what is being framed as an escalation with this new measure, but it's that the Philippines, I think, is increasingly relying on the U.S. or the U.S. is intervening in this dispute. And this makes me think of an African proverb: leaning on a crumbling wall can only bring you down with it.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other headlines. Christian Domarique, the captain of Houthi-hit MV Tudor, vowed to return to the seas eventually. He was rescued from the June 12 attack along with 20 other Filipinos. The Philippine Star reports that authorities will meet this week to discuss amending their policy on the Red Sea. And cash remittances from OFWs rose by 3.1% year-on-year in April. Data cited by Business World shows that remittances increased to over $2.5 billion from around $2.4 billion a year ago. The Bangko Sentral says the expansion in cash remittances was due to growth in receipts from both land and sea-based workers. Nesty Petecio and Carlo Paalam will be our flag bearers in the opening ceremony of the 2024 Paris Olympics. The Philippine Olympic Committee said they selected the two boxers because of their excellent performances in the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, where they both snatched silver medals. Team Philippines currently has 15 athletes vying for the gold. The Paris Olympics will kick off on July 26. It's no secret that the salt industry in the country is facing difficulties. That's why the Department of Science and Technology, or DOST, plans to revive it by introducing gourmet salt. Mobile Journal Francis Orsho with the story.
Pangunahing pampalasa sa pagkain ang asin. Pero paano kung may ile-level up pa at magkakaroon yan ng flavor? Kung ano ang ikinaalat ng asin, ang siya namang ikinatabang ng produksyon nito sa Pilipinas. 72% kasi ng kailangang asin sa bansa, ini-import pa abroad. Pero heto, ang DOST Industrial Technology Development Institute may programa na para dyan. Ang mapataas ang value o halaga ng asin sa pamamagitan ng paglikha ng mga flavored salt.
Para namin matulungan na ma-augment din yung value adding nung salt. It's not only improving the quality, but also another a product. We come up with a flavored or gourmet salts.
Meron silang 3 klase ng flavored salt. May lasang seaweed, mushroom at hipon. Gumamit sila ng taste stunts para magkaroon ng ibang lasa ang asin. Concentrated flavorant yan mula sa extract ng green seaweed, shiitake mushroom at ulo ng hipon. Pagkatapos ay ihalo ito sa brine solution na kombinasyon ng asin at tubig. Pero hindi lang bago ang mga flavor. Kumpara kasi sa regular na asin, ang mga flavored salt mas healthy gamitin.
Hindi lang alat yung ating asin, but a certain distinct flavor, tinatawag namin umami taste stunts. Since we infuse flavorants, less po ang sodium, so it would have an healthier impact din.
Ang flavored salt, perfect daw gamitin bilang rekado at pampalasa sa pagluluto, pag-iihaw, pagpiprito, pati na for baking. At dahil level up nga ang imbensyon na ito, kinilala lang naman ang flavored salt sa international stage. Nagwagi ito ng gold prize sa 2023 Seoul Invention Fair at bronze medal sa 49th International Exhibition of Inventions sa Geneva, Switzerland nito lang Abril. Hindi mawawala sa kusina ng mga Pinoy ang asin, pero mas malayo pa ang mararating nito sa tulong ng siyensya at lalo na kung may sapat na suporta. Mobile journalist Francis Orsho po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.